And developing at 5, more testimony today in the Daniel Penny manslaughter trial. Penny's mother taking the stand, and so did a forensic psychiatrist.
All right, Fox 5's Michelle Ross was in the courtroom today. Michelle.
Steve, Natasha, we heard from 4 different character witnesses today, one of them including, like you said, Daniel Penny's mother. They all testified saying that he was a common, peaceful person, whether they knew him growing up or if they knew him in the Marines. Now, the most impactful testimony, though, came from an expert witness, a forensic psychiatrist who's an expert in schizophrenia, who has also been hired to testify in hundreds of criminal cases. He wasn't Jordan Neely's doctor, but Dr. Alexander Sasha Bardet evaluated thousands of pages of medical records of Neely's from 2015 to 2021 and spoke on Neely's diagnosis of paranoid schizophrenia. Dr. Bardet is a Harvard-educated forensic psychiatrist who said based on the 4,000 to 5,000 pages he reviewed of Neely's medical records, which included numerous hospitalizations, it was evident that Neely suffered from severe paranoid schizophrenia and did not take his medications and instead often used the drug K2 to self-medicate. K2 was found in his system after the chokehold. Dr. Bardet testified that schizophrenic people have symptoms of hallucinations and have difficulty distinguishing reality from fantasy. The medical records stated he volunteered that Tupac Shakur has used him to change the world. When asked to elaborate, he rambled about people switching hairstyles and people giving out free food. He also voiced extensive paranoia about how people are targeting him because they are jealous of him. Another page read, stayed at Bedford Atlantic Shelter 2 days ago, but states he prefers to live on the street.
It makes me feel sad. Some of the things are true. Like, I actually ran into my nephew on the train and tried to get him and pull him in, and he actually ran from me.
Another witness today called to testify by the defense was Gina Flame Penny, Daniel Penny's mother. She said her son is honest, empathetic, and compassionate, as did the 3 other character witnesses who also took the stand on Tuesday, including Nathaniel Dunshee from Texas, who served in the Marines with Penny. During cross-examination, prosecutors brought up this TikTok video where he shows a gun from his fanny pack. In redirect, the defense asked if the attitude towards guns are different in Texas than New York, to which Dunshee replied, yes. Now, the defense could rest its case by the end of this week, but the judge gave jurors off all of next week for Thanksgiving. They'll return the Monday after Thanksgiving for closing arguments, which means the jury could begin deliberations the first week of December. We're live outside Manhattan Criminal Court. Michelle Ross, Fox 5 News.